at Tiffany's. This is episode 85. I'm Tiffany. I hope everyone enjoyed the holidays. Happy Festivus, whatever you celebrated. If it was Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, anything you celebrate, I hope you had a joyous time this year with your family and friends. This year seemed to really fly by for this whole year. It's just, what a year, but what a great year. I can think of so many great times I've had this year, new people I got to meet, friends I got to spend time with, and I love just at the holiday time, just thinking about everybody and thinking about all my friends and people I've met over this past year and over the years, and I'm grateful for all the friendships I've had. I'm grateful for everyone that watches this podcast. Thank you so very much. It means the world to me that you watch and you enjoy the podcast I put out, and I know it's not consistent every week sometimes due to my travel schedule and things like that, and just life in general, but I really do appreciate you and taking the time out to watch. So today is the last day of the year, so Happy New Year. I want to wish all of you a very prosperous, healthy, and happy New Year. I want the best for everyone always, and I wish you guys all the best. I decided to podcast on the last day of the year, and I thought it would be perfect to go out with one last podcast for this year. And I have some things to share with you, from works in progress to finished objects to some enabling, which is great. I know I haven't podcasted in a while. I think since, I guess maybe November. I did travel. I went on a mini vacation with my husband, and for me, it was a rest and relaxation vacation. For him, he actually became a scuba diving master and got his accreditation and loved it, and I'm so proud of him. He worked very hard for it over the last couple years to do, and I don't know what he'll do next with it, but he really loves it. And when we travel, it gives me perfect knitting time because he goes diving and I get to sit on the beach or by the pool and knit. And I really enjoy that time to myself, and getting to knit by a pool or beach is just one of my ultimate settings of where I love to knit. This year is not the smartest tool in the shed. I brought 100% wool with me when we went to Cuba, and working in 90 degrees of heat with 100% wool. I didn't understand at first why it was so hot, and then I kind of went, oh wait, this is 100% wool. For some reason I thought it wasn't, but it's okay. It was well worth it. I got quite a bit done, and I will show you my progress. So let's start with Diamonds in the Rough, and we're going to start with works in progress. Sorry, I'm going to be reaching off screen because everything I have is to the side. As you can see, new location. I'm recording in front of the Christmas tree that my husband puts up. We call it a Christmas tree. We decorate with, actually this side, there's blue and white bulbs, and all our bulbs are blue and white, so it's a Christmas Hanukkah tree. And then we have our ornaments on here, and oh, right there, that's our Grinch. I love the Grinch. I think I have two Grinches. But we have Batman, we have Deadpool. I think we have some great ones on there. And I think we do have a Spider-Man. We still don't have a Wonder Woman. Hallmark comes out with these figurines, and that's where we get them from. And I don't have a box here, but I can't find a Wonder Woman that I like yet. And you know, of course I want it to look like Linda Carter because she's still my ultimate favorite Wonder Woman, but I haven't found one, and I don't know if I missed Hallmark's, Wonder Woman, and I can't get it, so I don't have one. That's the only thing I'm missing on my tree. Can you believe that? Excuse me, but it's okay. We have other ones on there, and we love them, and sometimes every year we try to add to like one ornament to the tree, and they're always something fun. But I'm a huge Grinch lover, and so I'm videotaping in front of the Christmas tree. As I said, it's the last day of the year, and I thought it'd be nice to have a different background. And so let's start with my Diamonds in the Rough. So as I mentioned, I was working on 100% wool in 90-degree heat when I was in Cuba, and I was working on my skirt. You will be so proud of me. Look at how much is done. Look at that. So I have to fold it in half because you won't be able to see it all, but okay. So I think when I left you guys, I was between, I think I was up here somewhere, and then I was around here. And so now I am even So this is like, I think 4 increases right now after my Wonder Woman progress creeper. And I believe right now I started 5 increases, if I'm not mistaken. Or I am starting 5 on this row. So it's getting there. I've tried it on, it's looking good. I've measured it. It's a mini skirt, like a really short mini skirt. And so I think I need still about a good 4 inches or so. And I'm gonna keep working on it. I'm actually really enjoying it. It's an easy knit. It just takes me a long time to do a row, probably about 15 minutes to do a row. There's 300 and something stitches on here. And it's on 2.75 millimeter high needles. And one day I'll remember what the US conversion is. And I'm sorry I don't. And you know what, that bothers me, so let me tell you. And I really am enjoying knitting on it. My first skirt I've ever made, and I don't know if it'll be my last, but I won't be making one like right away afterwards. I want to work on other objects. I have some tank tops or sweaters or things like that I want to do. So the needles I am knitting with are US 2s. And so they are small. Like, and I started knitting continental, so I don't know if that makes a difference if I've gotten looser. I know my tension and gauge is my tension is trying to change, and I think I've become looser being continental knitter, but you know what? I enjoy it more, and it is easier on my hands with my arthritis, so it works for me. So no complaints. And I'm loving this though. I can't wait to wear it. This will probably, I want to say maybe be ready maybe for this winter, but if not, it'll definitely be ready for next winter, 100%. So that's still on the needles and enjoying that. And just to show you, I don't know if I've showed you, but the balls have gone down significantly in size. Before they were like the size of my head. Now they're way smaller. So I know I'm doing well. I change every row my yarn just in case, because it is hand dyed. It's Tessa hand dyed yarns out of Maine, and I think it's giving a great look to it. The color's coming out perfectly. So I'm loving this. And I know some other people have done the Ann Bud skirts. Mine's kind of customized, so it's not really a name, but I guess I kind of followed a little bit of the pattern that's called, is it Tavia, T-A-V-I-A by Ann Bud. It's, I think, similar to that. I just wanted something, it is a custom fit though. She's measured me up when I went to the Knit for Fun retreats, and it's fully custom. But I'm really enjoying that knit. So next, I decided that I was gonna do a cowl for my mom. And I started it, and I didn't finish it. I don't know what it was. I started it, I don't know how many times. Second time, third time maybe. So, I don't know. Okay, so first of all, it is sparkly, it's all blingy, my balls are not. This is because I've been taking it out again. I pulled back some. This is, I don't know if this is the right one. This is King Cole, but I don't think that's the right tag. It is a King Cole yarn, but I don't think this is the right tag for it. Here it is. It's called King Cole Glitz. It's a DK weight yarn. Oh, look at that, my nails match. Funny, my nails actually match this yarn. So she wanted a cowl last year, and I made her one, and I mixed 2 yarns together. This and the other one that had the sequins in it, also by King Cole. So I thought this year I had yarn left over, let me make her another cowl. And she wanted something more fitted to her neck. So I started this pattern, and it's called Riverton, sorry, I'm gonna get to the picture to show you. Riverton Cowl by Valerie Hobbs. And I knit it, and I don't know if I like it. Like, everybody I think has it. You knit a pattern and then you're like, I don't know if I like it. And I just don't want to knit it because I don't like it. It's a beautiful pattern. Oops. It's a beautiful pattern. As you can see, there's texture. Now, you won't be able to see that texture up, like, you know, maybe up close you might, but not far away. You can kind of see it. No, not really, actually, but I can kind of see it. You know, the swirls are starting to form. I'm just not in the mood to knit it. So I've been pulling it back. I just don't know if I want to keep going I was thinking of doubling it, but I don't think I have enough to do something like worsted weight for thicker. I'm not enjoying it. And when you don't enjoy it, you don't want to knit it, and I haven't knit it. It's been sitting here for like a week or two, and I haven't touched it. So I think I'm going to rip it back out and find something else. I just wanted a small cowl. I didn't want a rib. I wanted a little bit of texture. You know, nothing holey or lacy, which this one kind of had that in there a bit. And I don't know if it was the size of the needles I'm doing, if I'm knitting looser than expected. I didn't even bother with gauge on this one or measuring it up. I was just knitting. So I think now I'm going to rip it out and see if I still even feel like knitting it for her. She doesn't know she was getting one, so it's not like it was anything big deal. It wasn't like I promised her and I didn't get deliver, because I hate doing that. That's a pet peeve of mine. I don't like to promise people something and not deliver. I usually do. So that's out of the question for now. I'm going to rip that all out. And if I find another cowl pattern, or if you have one you could suggest, I'm open. Please message me on Instagram, message me on Ravelry. You can even message me on, or put a note in the YouTube underneath the podcast. I'm open to suggestions if you have something that's a tighter fitting cowl. She would have to, of course, pull it on her head. No buttons. I don't want to do buttons. And then I don't have to go looking for a button for this. So something she can pull over her head, and it's a tighter fitting around her neck, and something that's a quicker knit. Would be great. I appreciate it if you come up with something. So that was that. Then I started a gift for my girlfriend. She's my best friend, like my sister. And I would count her as a sister in a heartbeat. I would do anything for her. I know she would do it for me. We've known each other, I don't even know how many years now, 14, 15 years. And I'll never forget the day we met. We sat down and talked, and it was like we knew each other forever. We just had that connection, which was phenomenal. And you don't find that very often in life. And so, I do knit for her. Is she knit worthy? I'm not sure. I never see her wear my stuff she knits, but it's funny because I spent my birthday with her, and she was mentioning, like, I knit her slippers and she wore them until they fell apart because she has hardwood floors, like the real wood floors, and they caught on her slippers, so they tore them. I've made her a scarf. I've made her a hat, and she says she wears it. Not every day, but she wears it. So I don't know. I've never seen her wear anything. So I don't know if she's knit worthy. But I wanted to make her something special, and I was looking to do a scarf. And you know I love that Pearl Soho scarf, the jasmine scarf, because I have one. And she loves it. She grabbed mine and wrapped it around her neck, and she loved it. And I was just like, didn't want to give it to her. I put too much work and effort into it. I really enjoyed that scarf. I still love wearing it. It's one of my favorites. It's by... the yarn's from Heather Highland Handmaids, and I really enjoy it. It's a great, warm, comfy scarf. So I wanted to knit her one, and I started it. Here we go again. I started it, and I really, really like knitting with it. It's in Miski. Can you see that? Oh, it's the wrong way. It's 100% baby llama. It is super soft. It's a gorgeous purple because she's a true gingy redhead. And I started knitting it. I ripped it out because it was super long, and I'm like, I'm not knitting something this long. So I ripped it back out. I started it again. If you stretch it out, this is more reasonable. But again, I think I'm just at the point where I'm like, I don't know if I want to knit this. It's not keeping my attention, and I have to pay attention to it because the way it works, and I don't know. So it's only going to have 2 repeat sections in here, and I hope that purple's coming out better than what that looks like, because it's not the true purple. It is a deeper purple, or a more eggplant purple, I guess, eggplant purple. But I just don't know if I like it. I have my Wonder Woman progress keeper on it. It's not that I don't like it. I don't like knitting it. How about that? I'm just not feeling it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm not in the mood to make scarves or cowls. I would do a hat, no problem, but I have all this yarn for, I think I have about 4 skeins. So she was wearing a cowl. This was terrible. A store-bought one. It was one of the ones you double. Very simple. And she was wearing that when I saw her, and I was just like, oh, that looks terrible. But I couldn't tell her that because she bought it. And I didn't want to tell her that I was making her something to give it away. So I'm thinking of ripping this out, finding a longer cowl pattern where she can double it, and I think it would be stunning on her. Well, I know the purple would be stunning on her. I was hoping something with a little bit of texture, but also some knitting. Like, keep it simple. I want it simple. Simple in the knit style, but just something fun to knit up that's kind of mindless knit that I can do when I'm watching TV and enjoy it. So that's my other and my last work in progress. I haven't cast on anything new this year. I know a lot of people do Christmas cast on socks and things like that. I'm waiting for the new year, because in the new year I'll have some new plans, and I'm thinking of doing the Desert Vista Dye Works knit along again, or sock knit along, but I'm not sure when I want to do it. I always do January, February, March, and I really enjoy doing it. It's a great time of year, I think, then to do it. February is a short month, but it's a good time of year. I just get bored knitting socks because it takes me about a month to knit. Sometimes I could do it less depending on my time. And I know next year is going to be a crazy busy year for me. I know it. And I have plans to do lots of different things next year, and I'm excited for it, but work's going to be also busy. Everything's going to be changing next year. So it's a lot of busy coming my way. So I was thinking, let's just do it, get it done January, February, March, and get them out of the way, and then work on whatever I want for the rest of the year. So if it be a sweater, tank top, you know, anything else. I would like to make more garments for myself. Don't get me wrong, I still love making hats. I'll always make hats because I love mixing up my hats. I want another pair of mitts, and I think I have some yarn actually in my stash that I can make myself a pair of gray chunky mitts. I wanted something just a solid color that I could wear with kind of everything, and I'll always make hats, and there's a couple shawls I want to make, but there's a couple sweaters I want to do. I do try to wear everything. I have one sweater now that I love and I do wear throughout winter time. I want more. I want a cardigan. That's one thing I really do want, is a cardigan. And I want to just knit what I want next year, hopefully. But we'll see how that goes. You never know. Could jump on a bandwagon. There might be something I might want to see. You never know how the year goes. It always can change for you. And that's what I like about, you know, knitting in our community. Things always change. People come up with some new patterns. You're like, I have to have that. And you jump on the bandwagon and you knit it up. I don't do mystery knit-alongs because I want to know usually what something's going to look like, or the structure of it. Like if it's a shawl, I like, you know, crescent-shaped shawls. And if we're going to have a triangular shawl, I would not want to knit that. And sometimes they don't tell you those things. So those things I still stay away from, but maybe one year, you never know, I might try something. I really like to try certain designer patterns this year too. So keep an eye out. We'll be talking about that in the upcoming podcasts, and we'll be working on things. So next I wanted to talk about is Diamonds Are Forever. Let's do that. So I actually finished some things. I finished my hat. This hat here that I made was yarn that I purchased in New York. It was from a really lovely yarn shop, and I'm trying to think of the name right now. How come I can't remember? I'm so bad at that. Normally I do remember these things. I think lately I just don't remember anything anymore. Let me see if it's in my notes here, but it was, nope, I don't remember. All I remember was on Long Island. It was north, and I've mentioned this before. So this is Madeline Tosh, and it is the colorway, Video Baby. Barely any colorways out there. I really love it. So this is actually another, look at the top of that, isn't that beautiful? This is another Lauren hat. I really love my Starving Artist that I have now, and this is a smaller version. I think it fits. I'll try it on for you. So there. It has that little bit of slouch that I like. The other one I have is it's bigger, and it's loose on me. People call it my mushroom hat. I don't care what people call it. I love it. It's one of my favorite hats to wear. It's being beat up because I wear it probably so often. It's stretched out, which is fine. I haven't soaked it in a while. I'm going to soak it and it probably will squish back up again. So this is another one. Now I didn't even block this. This is just wearing it, and I love this. And it's a little bit snugger, which is fine. I used every single, I think, piece of yarn for this project to make it work, and I really, really love it. The colors are gorgeous. One of my favorite hat patterns. Simple, easy, but that crown is absolutely stunning. I just love the way it swirls up and does that. The other one, my blue and white one, actually has a swirl pattern from the yarn because the colors, but I love these colors. This was the yarn that I was looking for, like that bright orange for a pom-pom, but with this hat I don't need one. I found a pattern that worked. And so this was completed. The other one that I finished, so I learned a new technique. Oh, I'm out of focus, I'm sorry. It's probably because I'm moving really quick and where I am with all the lighting. The new technique I learned was brioche, single color brioche. It was super easy, super easy. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was gonna be more difficult. I always do. I think every time I try something new, I think it's gonna be more difficult than what it is. Thank you for the videos online, it truly helped. The only thing I had problems with was decreasing the brioche. And I watched videos online and it just did not make sense to me. I tried it, I get the first 4 stitches and then the rest of them would not work for me. On the hat pattern, I was driving myself nuts with it. I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong and why it wasn't working. And then I got help. And I have no problem asking for help. You know, when you need help, ask for it. So I did. Em was great. She totally knew how to do it. She showed me and it worked, and I finished the hat literally at one of my knit groups. It was so much fun. But now I need a pom-pom for this, definitely. I want a huge, black, furry, soft pom-pom for this. So this here is called Chubby Brioche Hat. Look at that, it's gorgeous. And it's super squishy, I love it. This is by Lavagna Petricella, if I'm pronouncing her name right. She has some phenomenal patterns, very well written. I would love to do more of her patterns and try them out. So this here, I'll put this on for you too. It definitely needs a pom-pom. See, because it needs to have something right here. I hope you can see that. Yeah, it needs to have something right here. Nice big black pom-pom. But I love this hat. It is really warm and squishy and it's great. Now this was my first time working with Crooked Kitchen yarns. Really like the yarn. It was a little bit, it was really easy to work with my high needles. I think that's what I used for this, was my high sharps. Was it, or was it the, no, I think I used these, I think I used the likey, you know, whatever they're pronounced. Needles. This is where I need Christina from the Cozy Knitter to pronounce it for me. She says it perfectly. And I really enjoyed knitting this, so I had no problem with it. I don't know if I have any issues, but it knit up nice. The crown came out really nice, but once you put a pom-pom on there, it will cover it up. I used, actually I think I wove in my ends here. Yes, I did, look at that, people. I wove in my ends first. So my ends are woven in here. I used every piece of yarn up for this hat too. It just needs a nice big pom-pom and it's a perfect hat. And I love the colors. Would I knit with it again? Yes. Would I buy her yarn again? 100%. Crooked Kitchen yarns. I love this color. It's called Dirty Girl. That's what made me buy this. It's called Dirty Girl, and then it was pinks. It's 100% superwash merino. I'm actually looking at her DK right now to buy. I didn't, we'll just kind of go off a little bit, but I didn't buy any yarn for my birthday this year. It was that good, only because I couldn't find what I really wanted. And now I found that she carries a DK weight yarn that is merino silk that I would like to use for that Paper Daisy Creations tank top that I want to make for Lisa. That requires a silk merino, and she has it. So that I think might be a purchase, because I really want to make, sorry, my kitty's lying under the tree and that's who's been making so much noise. She's in here now with me. I really want to make that tank top next year for 2019. That is one item I really want to make. So I'm hoping to get some of her yarn. Get that on a 5.5 millimeter and a 6 millimeter. So I did, that's where I did switch, because I didn't have my licky or high highs in that. So I used a different brand, and that's where I didn't like it. That's right. So it's a US 9 and a US 10. And I really enjoyed that. So if you want to check it out, just to show you, this is, it is a paid pattern, but this is what, she used yarn to make her pom-pom. I didn't have any yarn left over. And I didn't want yarn pom-pom. I want a big, nice black furry pom-pom. So I know I need to get one for that. That is all my whips. Now we have knitting is a girl's best friend. My knit group that I belong to, I have some wonderful women in there, and we did a Secret Santa, which was really cool and fun. I thought it would be a great idea to do that and mention to the group, and they loved it. So we put one together. Lindsay was amazing at organizing it for us and getting everyone a partner. And I was lucky enough to get Lori from Lizzie Ann Yarns. And this is what I got. This is called Daydreamer. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? This is on her twist sock set. It's an 80-20 and it's a 2-ply. And I love it. Like, the colors are stunning. So my colors. Could I tell you she couldn't know me any better? I'm like, it was perfect. And then Emily, her daughter, who's part of Lizzie Ann Yarns, made the stitch marker. So I love this. So this was a Secret Santa gift that I can't wait to knit socks up with. I just don't know when I'm going to do them. You know me and socks. I love wearing my knitted socks, don't get me wrong. They just take forever. If I can knit them in less time, or if I had a sock knitting machine and can put, crank them out way less time, I would do more. But I don't have that option. So the other package I got was my friend Susan from Desert Vista Dye Works put out a call for some 7-year colorways that she wanted to do up. And I sent her a picture, which I don't always compete in these things, and I don't always post stuff, and I'm bad that way. Sometimes I want to and I just don't do it because it's like too much effort. It's like repost this and do that. So with hers, it was actually simple. It was like post a picture, and if it was something she wanted to use or like. I am a huge fan of the Caribbean. I love going there. I love traveling. I love the weather. I love the clear blue waters. And I love the bright houses that they have. Some of them are like pinks and blues and yellows, and it's just beautiful. It's always so cheerful and cheery. And I posted 2 pictures because I couldn't think of one. I liked both of them and I liked the colors. And she called it Caribbean Colors, and this is a self-striping. You see that? Look at all those bright colors. It has the pinks in there, the purples, the blues, the orange, and I love the orange and pinks together. And did you see her? Sorry for the crinkle, I'm taking a package. That's her new logo. I love it. I think it's amazing because she lives in Arizona. I really, really like it. Sometimes, doing a logo change or rebranding of stuff, I think is great. There's nothing wrong with it. So this was her 7 years. I can't believe she's doing it for 7 years. I think I've known her for 7, 8 years now. What a great person she is. She works really hard at putting her yarns together. I can't believe how much custom work she does for self-striping because it's so labor intensive. But she does it, and she does amazing with getting some of the beautiful colors out. And when you send her a picture, you'd be surprised. Sometimes she'll be like, this is a great picture. Like with that Frappuccino, was it last year, the Valentine's Day Frappuccino? Someone sent her the picture and she created the colorway. Of course, I bought that colorway because it's just all pinks and I love it. But just things like that. So check out her Ravelry page because she always have great things going on. This is something that I might knit up for the next year for one of the 3 months. We'll see. I think it would make really great bright socks, especially in wintertime to wear these. I wouldn't care what time I'm not one of those people. I love to wear my socks anytime I want, and it doesn't matter if I wear bright colors in wintertime. To me, just it makes it more cheery for that time of year. So this was a prize that I won, and she mailed this out. I've had this, I think, since end of October, no, beginning of November somewhere, but I wanted to wait. I wanted to wait and show it, so I hung on to that. For my birthday, as I said, I did not buy myself yarn, but I did buy myself something that I have one of already. I'm missing, I think, the second one, and I need to find that second one. but I couldn't resist. I love Hunter Hammerton's designs. I think she is a fabulous designer. She's so different and creative. I like different. I don't know why, but I do. I like different. And so she came out with Curls 3. And I could not resist. Curls 1 I have, Curls 2 I don't. This one here was based, sometimes she'll pick different yarns that she uses. It could be like speckles and things, and that's what she did with this one. But you could use any yarn. There's some of the designs with this book. You can use any yarn you want to make her patterns. They're very interesting. Look how beautiful that is. Just to show you, like, it's 2 different yarns and the way it came out, and she used a variegated in one, and you know, stripes. And her techniques and the way she designs is amazing. This book has like hints, gauge needle sizing. She talks about charts, blocking, something I don't do. But she actually shows how to pin things out in here, and I have to learn how to block. I know I have some beautiful shawls I need to block out, cardigan, or like a button-up kind of jacket cardigan that I still haven't blocked out. So this one was Speckles and Gradients. This is what this book was based on, which again, you can use any yarn you want for her patterns. But look at some of these beautiful patterns, and they wear so nicely. I think just because sometimes they might look like an odd shape, they wear beautifully, and that's what I like about them, is they might look odd, but when you wear them, they're stunning. This is what I like about her book. She's just very creative in the way she does them. Some of them are very delicate looking. You can dress them up. You know, you could put them over a nice dress if you're going somewhere, throw them over jeans and a t-shirt. I like her versatility with the way she designs. And I like how you can wear them. I love the textures or the lace to them. I like how she always has a picture on a mannequin for you to see how it looks. She keeps the backgrounds very simple, so it's all about the shawl, and you can see the details in it. This one here, I'm gonna see if she has another. This is a gradient. Let's see if I can show you without showing you. Look at that. See how the gradient falls in there? It's just beautiful. And here's another one. So she's come up with some really, really beautiful, again, creations in this book, and I couldn't resist. So the only one I'm missing is Curls 2. I actually bought yarn and Curls 1 at one of the SSKs I attended. I think I went to the House of Yarn. I think that's where I got it from. I bought the Curls 1 book and yarn to go with it, and it was the Anzula yarn, I think in the raspberry colorway, this gorgeous pink, because there was a pattern in that book that I wanted to make. I still haven't made it. Doesn't mean I'm not going to. I actually have 2 skeins now from Anzula. I have a gorgeous silvery gray color, and I think I might have speckles in it, and I have that raspberry color, and the 2 together would be stunning, and I wanted to do a bigger shawl. Some of her patterns are actually 1 skein. Some of her patterns are more, and it just depends. Like the one I'm going to show you right now, this one uses 1,150 yards of yarn in a fingering weight. Not that you could tell from that, but that's a lot of yarn. So that's almost 3 skeins of fingering weight in there. Excuse me. And see, I like that one. That one has great texture to it. I know I love the pinks. And this is a DK. So not everything's always fingering weight for her. She mixes it up, and it's great that way too. You knit up faster. This was the one that's on the cover. Look at that. Isn't that wild? Now, of course, that one won't be a reversible one, but she shows you how to wear it, and that's what counts. And look at this yarn picture. I just love that. So this was my present for my birthday. And here's the other, I just wanted to show you. So there's Curls, there's Curls 2 and 1 in here, or are they both Curls 2? Yeah, so that's Curls 2, that's Curls 1. This is her firmament, I think that's how you pronounce it. This was another book that I wouldn't mind getting. It has beautiful, I think this was the one she put out this year. All her hat textures, it was just beautiful. And I think she has cows that goes with it. And then she has silk road socks. But this one here, if you watched the Knit Girls, Laura and Leslie actually reviewed that book, and that made me want to get it. But I was picking one, so I went with this one. Just because there's 11 patterns in here that you get to pick from. They're all different, they're beautiful. And I love the simplicity of her pictures. It really shows the yarn, the details of her shawl. You can see the texture, it's just beautiful. And I love that about her books, the way she does her pictures. So this is Hunter Hamilton, Curls 3. So that was my birthday gift to myself. And the last one I have is Barbara from Knitting I Love puts podcasters in a jar and picks a name. And oh my God, she is such a sweetheart. And she picked Knitting at Tiffany's podcast. And she's so sweet. She even put hearts over my eyes and my name when she sent me this package. This came from Poland. Actually, she's not in Poland. She's in Scotland. I apologize. But she is Polish background. And she is a great podcaster. Watch her if you haven't. Knitting I Love. I love watching her podcast. She also does like mini segments. She designs a lot of hats, they're great because they're just amazing. She does she'll take you on when she travels throughout Scotland or Poland. She was just with her husband in Poland a few months ago, and it was amazing. I've never seen Poland. My mom's from there. I'm told that the house my mom was born in is still there, and I would love to go to Poland and visit. I think it would be an amazing trip. So when she went through there, it was just so nice to see what it looked like, and it was kind of really nice because it was kind of, we were doing like a mini tour with her. I loved it. I loved watching it through her eyes and getting to see what Poland was like, because of course she's a local for there, and so she goes through different parts of the town. But her podcast is so much fun to watch. She puts together a really great podcast. It's always entertaining. She always has something new. And then she has her shop, and she is such a sweetheart. She sent me so many things. I can't even believe it. What a sweetheart. So this was a gift she sent me. So in here, this is for your knitting needles to do a measuring with your knitting needles, and there are little flowers on there. She sent me a little happy knitter keychain that you could put on your bag. This here is a needle cozy, and she sent me some tags. I'll open it up and show you. What a sweetheart. So this is what, let's see if I can take it out. Somehow they all stuck on here, so which is a good thing. She sent me tags that I could sew on. I'm gonna block that. I can sew these on to a hat or a sweater or anything I make. I just love them. I think they're stunning. Handmade. This one says handmade. Oh, look at this. Okay, I do. There's things I love. Hearts I love. Look at that. There's another heart. So you can, I could fold the bottom of this if I wanted to. It's gonna be hard with my nails to show you. But I could fold the bottom and sew that onto like a bottom of a hat or something. Or I could just sew it in one piece. So she sent me a couple of those. Look at that. I even got a little maple leaf. So thank you so much, Barbara. This is an amazing prize. I just love it. I can't believe you sent this out to me. Oh my God, it's amazing. I am so happy that she picked me and I get to share this. And oh, I didn't show the code, my bad. So this is where you put your needles in, and then I have all the things stuck to it. So you put your needles in one side, and then they all fell off. Put your needles in one side here, and then you put the needle points in there, and then you just button it up, and it stays as a knit cozy. It's just a one-piece one, which is great. Now I got to pick up all those things that fell on the floor. So I just want to let you know, she was generous enough, and she sent another gift pack, because that's the way she rolls, and she is phenomenal. So I will share one with you as a prize. We'll pick a prize when I want to do this somewhere in the new year. We'll use this as a prize for a cal or something that we'll do. and we'll share this with everyone because she's such a sweetheart and I would love to share. So thank you so much, Barbara. Again, I love watching your podcast, so I really appreciate these, you drawing prizes for podcast winners and sending something out. And I'm sorry for all the crinkle crinkle. Thank you so much again. It says that it's made with love, and I feel the love. I really do. I'm glad that I get to receive such a beautiful gift, and I can't wait. I think that little blue heart I might actually put on this hat. I think it would be really cute on the bottom. That way I'll know for sure it's mine too. Another way to know it's my hat. Usually I have design elements, that's how I know things, but I don't right now. That hat was made perfect. Shocker. So thank you so much. Again, I wanted just to thank everyone for watching Knitting at Tiffany's. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I know everybody has such busy lives these days, and finding the time to watch really means a lot to me. I appreciate your feedback, your likes on your likes on YouTube. The thumbs up always helps, and I'm always open for suggestions. If there's anything you ever want me to talk about or interview somebody, please let me know. I would be happy to look into that. I love doing interviews, actually. The one with Laura Nelkin that I just posted up a few weeks ago, I love her. I do. She is one of my girl crushes, and I love her. If I could meet with Amy Herzog, that'd be my other one. I love Amy Herzog too. I think she's just genius. But if there's anybody that you would love to see me interview, please let me know. I'd be happy to see if I could reach out to them and arrange something. As I said, I travel for work a lot. I get to meet people then too, and sometimes put together a quick podcast. Any ideas you guys have or cowls, please feel free to give me your input. I'm always open to stuff. I love to hear from you guys, and I love to hear what you'd like to do, and you never know, things, we can do something new and different. I'm not always a person that kind of sticks to a plan. Sometimes I'd like to change things up, and we can just have some fun. 2019, I want to have lots of fun. I want it to be just, a fun, great year. Just enjoy your knitting, have a lot of knitting time that you can spend doing it. Knit what you want, knit things for gifts, whatever you like. As long as you're happy knitting, it's all that counts. So thank you again. Have a happy new year. All the best to you, your family, your friends. Hopefully it's going to be a healthy and prosperous and happy year for everyone. I wish you all the best. Thank you again for watching. Take care. Happy knitting until the next episode. Bye for now.